Inky was stolen from me earlier this year, and the would-be thieves got caught. No one wants to have an animal stolen. You got to be really just a kind of a jerk to steal someone's pets. Getting in trouble is a costly endeavor. This person now is been made to deal with probation for the next 3 years, and the first year he has to wear an ankle monitor. Work hard. It's a lot easier than trying to steal things. Each of these animals are a massive part of my life. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Kenan here, and you are looking at Inky. She's looking amazing. I thought now would be a good time to give you guys an update on her because she is growing leaps and bounds, and I also want to update you on the status of the people that stole her, and we got her back. So that's what we're talking about today, a little update on this beautiful black dragon that I've been raising up.
We sincerely thank all of you happy campers out there. Your support makes a real difference in our efforts here at Kamp Kenan. This week's shout out goes to Amy Bruner. Thank you for all you do and for loving reptiles.
Okay, people, so Inky is looking pretty good. She's still a shy girl, but I've got chicken. And let's see if she's interested. Come on over here and let's see if we can get her out into the open over here. Let's see if we can get her attention. Oh, she's got it. She's on it. Oh, she wants that chicken. I'm gonna make her work for it. She's gotta work hard, and guys, she is getting big. Watch those teeth. This is part of the enrichment I like to do. I want her to kind of rip it. That's a good girl. Yes, good girl. My God, is she gorgeous? So for those of you who don't know, Inky was stolen from me earlier this year. And, you know, some bad people obviously watch my videos, and they hopped my fence and they stole her. But what happened was, because my neighbors are awesome and they've got cameras and they pay attention, they noticed a car that was stuck in the ditch right outside my front gate, and the would-be thieves got caught. They got caught through really great detective work from the Palm Beach County Detective's Office. Look at, she just took it right off the bone there. She's taking the flesh right off the bone. Look at this. And basically I gave them some tips because these guys have been going around South Florida and Florida in general, hitting people that are on social media, stealing their animals. They stole from Tom Crutchfield, they stole from people in Punta Gorda, and they made the mistake of stealing from me. And like I said, I have a really great neighborhood, and the people that live around me, they pay attention to things. So it was about 5 in the morning when my neighbor left to go to work, and he noticed some teenagers stuck in a ditch. He was able to tell me the make of the car, and then the detectives found that car on traffic cameras all over South Florida, and actually got them coming up from Homestead all the way to Jupiter, getting off the Jupiter exit. The other crazy thing was that the victim's mother reported the car stolen. So cops already knew that vehicle was stolen, and these guys were not the smartest criminals in the world. So what happened was, we caught them, and police went down to Homestead and actually found Inky under the kitchen sink of this person's house. Now, that's horrible, man. No one wants to have an animal stolen. You got to be really just a kind of a jerk to steal someone's pets. Now, what's even worse is these animals require very specific care, and they are not going to be able to give the same amount of care that I'm able to give here at the camp. So it was kind of a bummer because I knew for certain that this animal would most likely be killed. So let's see if she can rip off some of this big chicken. Come on, don't be a chicken, eat the chicken. There you go. I just hold on with these red line forceps, these tongs, and I'm just letting her shred the meat off of it. And you can really see, look how she works. Those claws come into play, her teeth come into play. She's really, really doing a good job on it. So she's just getting a bit of enrichment here, which is very, very important for these animals. I want them to use all those muscles, okay? It's very important. Okay, so as I was saying though about this whole story now, is that this animal would not have had a good life, or they would have sold her or done something. In fact, I directly attribute what happened, the thievery, the theft rather. They stole Bobby Rubino also, and once they saw Bobby Rubino, who was a black throat monitor that I had, who was a special case, he had some physical issues. Once they saw he had physical issues, they just dumped him in the vacant lot near my house. And a few weeks later, my neighbors found him after a cold snap where he was almost frozen to death. And I believe that just pushed him over the edge, and he was and he was never able to recover. The good news is that I got Inky back about 30 hours after she was stolen. And she belongs here with me. She was a gift from Kevin at Nerd, New England Reptile Distributors. And you've got to be a real jerk just to steal someone's pets. And that's what these guys were going around Florida doing. They were stealing dogs, they were stealing birds, they were stealing reptiles. But guess what? They ain't stealing shit no more because they were caught. One of the perpetrators was caught, and I pressed full charges. And what happened was, I wanted to give you an update, is he has been just dealing with, as you can imagine, a lot of court cases. And look, she's going to continue to rip the flesh off that. And I want to actually grab it because it's kind of big. I don't want her to eat all that bone. Although she could eat it. She could definitely eat that and digest it, and it wouldn't be a problem. But I just want to keep her around and looking at it. So, as you can imagine, getting in trouble is a costly endeavor. Not worth doing, because lots of lawyer bills, court fees, causing, look at that whole thing. Holy smokes. You can really see her teeth too. Oh, she doesn't like when you get that close. She's something. Look at her go. What a beautiful animal. But anyway, finally, this person is now been charged, obviously, with 2 felonies. Grand theft and what was it, occupied residential burglary. So this person now is been made to deal with probation for the next 3 years, and the first year he has to wear an ankle monitor. So pretty much his freedom has been stifled a great deal. So I was happy to hear that, that's what happened. This person had just turned 18, so was an adult. So I think maybe the court took pity on him. But I think the punishment's fine. I think 3 years of probation, and hopefully that's the last this person will ever steal, and will learn a lesson. They got away easy because they had to spend some time in the county lockup, and not a lot of nice people in jail. So hopefully that scared the pants off of them, and they are going to be a lot different when it comes to viewing, trying to get things the easy way. There is no easy way to get things in life, people. You got to work hard for them. I worked hard for my animals and the friendships that allow me to keep these animals. And I would impress upon people to do the same thing. Work hard. It's a lot easier than trying to steal things. But I'm very thankful for the support I got from law enforcement, from my neighbors, from everyone out there on YouTube that were concerned about everything. They were all scouring all these different websites and letting me know that these animals, that maybe someone was selling a black dragon. I would try and ID them. I had a lot of help from the reptile community to get this animal back. Oh, she might get rid of that pine needle. That's what she's trying to get rid of. But I'm so happy because I love these animals. Each of these animals are a massive part of my life. I take them in. They are my day-to-day routine, my ritual, my family members, and my responsibility. And I try and give these animals the absolute best life I can, and that comes from years of learning and, working hard to provide for them. And to have someone just break in and steal, it's disheartening, because I could never think of that, no matter how financially troubled I have ever been. And believe me, guys, I've almost lost this house. I did not grow up with a silver spoon. I had a lot of hard times as a young person, although a lot easier than others. But everyone's problems are their own. And it's how we deal with those problems that make us, that develop our character. And so I don't think this person is beyond becoming an amazing adult. And I hope this is just a speed bump in this person's life, and that they can kind of look in the past or look to the future rather, and do something good for themselves and their family and even animals. It's okay to love animals. It's bad to steal them. So that's all I wanted to, she's whipping us. That's all I really wanted to say. And I just wanted to show you guys, you know, how beautiful this animal is and how big she's getting. She definitely would not have reached her full potential somewhere else. And this is just a midway to what she's going to become, this enclosure. She's got probably another couple of years in this enclosure. I, of course, will be building something remarkable for her when she becomes an adult. All these lizards are going to get just incredible habitats that are going to really enhance their ability to be monitor lizards, to be the coolest, best version of themselves. Look at how regal she is, guys. This was a pretty heavy feed, and now that belly is full. And much like a Komodo dragon, all monitors will eat as much as they possibly can, and then won't have to eat for a few weeks. They're very active lizards, so habitat is very, very important. We want to stimulate them. We want them to maintain that mental acuity that they need. These guys are carnivores. They're predators and they're scavengers. So they are the type of animal that will hunt food, and you got to be pretty smart when you are a predator. I just always believe that, because you have to catch other animals. And this animal here, she's pretty darn smart. You've heard me say it so many times about monitor lizards, just how intelligent they are and what they're capable of doing. They're also capable of inflicting a very painful bite. In fact, if you look right here on my finger, she bit me right there, and that's the scar I got from it. And she bit me when she was much, much smaller. Here she is. I think she's still kind of looking for food, which is just crazy. She is just crazy. Let me see if I can get her to bite some more of the flesh off of this, if she's still interested. She might be reaching that gorged state where she no longer wants it, which is fine. But she might be also a little bit wary of the camera, so let's just place it right here. All right, here she goes. So here's some more food for her, but I want to, oh no, she got the whole thing. I now should be able to, look at her. She's just getting so comfortable with me. I'm not quite there where I can pick her up. Now, she was pretty tame when I got her, but you know, guys, I just let the lizards be lizards. I'm not worried about taming them down. Eventually, what's going to happen is she's going to get to a size where she no longer sees me as a threat. That's what happened with Slinky. And once we put her in a large enclosure, it's really going to change her disposition. I'll be able to sit in there with her. I'll be able to feed her and allow her to come to me, not put my hands in there. You see, it's a difference. When the animal chooses to come to you, they're more confident, they feel better, they're more sure of themselves. And that's what I want. I want her to be sure of herself, and I want her to trust me as much as she can. So that's what we're building right now. We're just building this trust. And I'm so thankful I got this animal back, man. She had a pretty rough 30 hours away from her daddy, but we got her, and she is thriving. Unfortunately, the sad part is that Bobby Rubino had to be put down, because after that incident, after the theft, he was never quite the same, and he was already in a weakened state when he was taken. But to go through near freezing weather without any kind of refuge definitely was a problem for him. But the good news is she's back, and she is gorgeous. So what do you guys think? Is she growing well? Do you like seeing Inky here? Can you not wait for her to get even bigger and even into a more incredible enclosure? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for listening to this story. I just wanted to update you guys on what was going on with the legalities of everything. And it's all public record. You know, I didn't name this person. I don't want to name them. You know, I just hope that they do good. And I hope that, you know, they've learned a lesson. And that's it. That's all we want. I'm happy for the outcome. Thanks again, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Department and Detective Mark. You really helped me out, so thank you so much. There she is, looking good, looking beautiful, getting strong. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you again real soon. But for now, let's see if she'll whip you goodbye. Oh yeah, she's not happy, but that's what we like. We like spunky lizards here at the camp. See you guys.